There is an issue, and this is really serious and concerning. Ring lights, TikTok, camera, dancing and shaking butts. Gosh, it's a lot. Let's talk about this later anyways. Too many people do not simply pay attention to their minds, but the few who actually do, their lives transform, and they never remain the same. To give you clarity on this, those are actually the ones that shape the world we live in. I guess you are tired of being left behind, and that's the reason you are here now. So let's get down to it. A quick question. Ever felt like your brain just wasn't sharp enough? Like, no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to solve that one problem, remember important details, or even focus on what truly matters. You're not alone. In fact, most people feel stuck at some point, like they've hit a mental wall. But here's the harsh truth. Intelligence isn't fixed. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you build day by day, habit by habit. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can boost your IQ, unlock hidden potential, and transform your life using 7 powerful growth mindset habits backed by science and ancient wisdoms. Sure you are ready for this one? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The problem. Why we struggle. You see, our brains are incredible machines, but they don't always work the way we want them to. Think about it. When was the last time you tried learning something new, only to give up halfway because it seemed too difficult? Or maybe you found yourself procrastinating on important tasks, telling yourself, I'm just not good at this. Okay, let's bring this to life a bit with a story. I know of a young woman named Lily. From her 16th birthday, her wish was to become a writer. So, ever since then, she has never stopped dreaming of becoming a well-known author. But every time she sits down to write, self-doubt creeps in. Thoughts of whether she is talented enough started flooding her mind. And she keeps asking herself, what if I fail? What if no one ever recognizes me, ever, after all of these efforts? Over time, these thoughts paralyzed her. And instead of writing, she spends hours scrolling through social media or watching TV. Fast forward to today, Lily's now dancing and shaking butts on TikTok. Okay, hold on that story. Lily's ordeal will be too long to discuss here. But I can see you nodding your head right now. Means that story sounds familiar, right? Great. You also spend hours scrolling through social media or watching TV. This is where many of us get trapped, in that cycle of fear, doubt, and stagnation. Ever wondered why whenever you sit to do something really important, your stomach all of a sudden starts to scream, hunger, I need some food, feed me now, and boom, your attention to details, gone. Clear mindset, blurred. Next thing you are on your way to the fridge or kitchen. From there, you sit to eat. After eating, your brain signals to you that you need to allow the food to digest. Next, you actually need some rest. From there, you postpone the task to later. Later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes the next day, and boom, the highest level of it, procrastination. At this point, you no longer feel it's important to continue with the task. That's your brain at work, not your stomach. But as I am here explaining you in total, I just feel like I'm being very soft on you. Fool! Stand your ass from there and get your lazy brain back to doing something meaningful. Gosh, you need to understand this. Your brain is wired by default to always seek comfort and easy ways out. Just like Gen Z girls, it doesn't like stress. They actually rather prefer dancing on TikTok in front of a ring light than engaging in reading books that will improve their lives or watching meaningful contents to improve their IQ. But here's the good news. Your brain also has plasticity, meaning it can change and adapt based on the habits you form. So, by adopting a growth mindset, you can rewire your lazy brain to think smarter, faster, and more creatively. Like, really, how many times have you sat down to have a reflection on how you have been living your life and why you act the way you do? I guess you haven't, right? Because your lazy brain tells you there is no time to do so. And it's not even important, right? Yeah, that's your brain at work, doing what it knows how to do best. But today, you and I, we're examining your life and giving you the tools to create the future you deserve. Chapter 2. Your first hack. Embrace challenges. The first habit of highly intelligent people is embracing challenges. They have trained their brains not to run from challenges, just like your lazy brain will always tell you to do. Instead of avoiding difficulties, they lean into them. Here's why. When you challenge yourself, your brain forms new neural connections, making it stronger and more efficient. This process is called neuroplasticity. Imagine you're learning a new language. At first, it feels overwhelming. New words, grammar rules, accents, pronunciation. Damn it. Gosh, your lazy brain screams, this is too difficult. Shut it up and tell it gently. But as you practice consistently, you will start adapting. End of quote. Next, start fantasizing about the wonders you do when you learn the language. It could be to talk to that beautiful girl you can't get your eyes off from, that speaks that language. Could also be to impress that young, handsome man you have been eyeing, and boom! Yep, I know you love relationships, like it's your last breath, and I couldn't fail to point it out here for you anyways. Now keep on at the learning process and watch. Those awkward sentences will become smoother, and before you know it, you're holding conversations fluently. Great, now you can go talk to that boy or girl your lazy-ass brain can't stop obsessing about. Your practical cheat code. Ask yourself right now, what challenge have you been avoiding lately? Is it starting that side project, taking a class, or speaking up during meetings? Whatever it is, commit to facing it head on, because every challenge you overcome makes you sharper, wiser, and more resilient. Your greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall. Each stumble along the way is simply part of the journey toward your greatness. Don't worry, your lazy brain will thank you later. Chapter 3. Your second hack. Cultivate curiosity. If you want to be intelligent, you must learn how not to be satisfied with surface-level knowledge. You must dig deeper, ask questions, and seek answers. That's how intelligent folks do it. Yeah, your lazy mind does not know that. But we are here to examine and set the record straight. Curiosity fuels innovation and keeps your mind active and engaged. Let's pretend you are a software engineer who loves coding. One day you stumble upon quantum computing, a field completely foreign to you. The normal you will allow your lazy brain to dismiss it as irrelevant. But here's what the elevated you will do. Shut it up and tell it gently, but as you practice consistently, you will start adapting and eventually enjoy it. Boom. Easy peasy. Next, dive into the knowledge-seeking mode. Read up articles, watch videos, and experiment with code. If you keep at it, soon, your neuroplasticity will be activated and create that new part for your brain. You will eventually develop a passion for quantum algorithms and become an expert in it. Your practical cheat code. Ask yourself, what sparks my curiosity? Is it history, science, art, or technology? Whatever it is, make time for it. Get your lazy brain out of the way and feed your hunger for knowledge, because the more curious you are, the more opportunities will come knocking. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. So let your imagination run wild and explore things that excite you. Chapter 4. Your third hack. Practice deliberate learning. Deliberate learning means focusing on improving specific skills rather than doing things half-heartedly. It's about setting goals, breaking them down into manageable steps, and tracking progress. I bet your lazy brain won't allow you to do this. Anyways, this approach transforms mediocrity into mastery. So choose one. Let your mind keep controlling you, or you take charge and gain control over it. Think about athletes training for competitions. They don't just show up and hope for the best. They follow structured plans, push past plateaus, and celebrate small victories. Similarly, when you study anything deliberately, you retain information better and develop expertise faster. You might be thinking, but I don't have time for all this. Trust me, I get it. Life gets busy. But remember, even 15 minutes of focused effort each day adds up over time. Consistency is key. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Start building those habits today and watch yourself evolve. Chapter 5. Your fourth hack. Managing stress effectively. One of the biggest enemies of intelligence, stress. When you're stressed, your lazy brain can't always wait to release cortisol, which clouds judgment and impairs memory. That's why managing stress effectively is crucial for boosting your IQ. Try incorporating mindfulness practices into your routine. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing or journaling can make a huge difference. Take care of your mental health. It's the foundation of everything else. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Patience and presence are vital for growth. Yeah, but that does not mean your lazy brain should go on vacation and relax. Chapter 6. Your fifth hack. Surround yourself with positive influences. Look around you. Tell me one successful man that made it all on his own. None. Your environment shapes who you become. But remember, if you surround yourself with negative influences, you'll likely adopt their limiting beliefs. On the other hand, being around positive, ambitious individuals encourages personal development. When I started my journey, I made the wrong choices of friends and the encounter. Pathetic. I learned the hard way through many mistakes and wrong advice and suggestions. I felt like my life was going backwards instead of forward. So I moved out of the environment and relocated to another state far away. There, I started a new life and surrounded myself with people who challenged me to grow. Their encouragement gave me confidence, and their success inspired me to aim higher. Pro tip: ask yourself, who inspires you? And what kind of inspiration are they giving to you? Who you are speaks so loudly that people can hardly hear what you say. Be intentional about the company you keep. It reflects who you are. Chapter 7. Your sixth hack. Reflect regularly. Reflection helps you learn from experiences, identify patterns, and adjust course. Without reflection, growth stalls. So make it a habit to review your actions regularly. You can take every Sunday evening as your reflection moment to review your past week. Here's the secret growth actions. Write down what went well, write down what didn't, as well as what you want your lazy brain to improve the new week. This ritual will keep you accountable and aligned with your goals. Pro tip: don't wait until the end of the year to reflect. Yes, your lazy mind can always trick you to postpone. Just do it weekly, monthly, or whenever you need clarity. Reflection turns ordinary days into extraordinary lessons. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Reflect often, so you're always prepared. Chapter 8. Your seventh hack. Teach others. One of the best ways to solidify knowledge is teaching others what you have learned. When you explain ideas clearly, you deepen your understanding and reinforce neural pathways. Remember that friend who asked you to help with algebra in school? That's if you are intelligent enough, though, haha. Helping them probably made you better at math, too. Pro tip: teaching amplifies learning. It's a win-win. Start sharing what you know. Create content, mentor someone, or join group discussions. Together, we can create a community of lifelong learners. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Use your knowledge wisely to uplift others and inspire change. In summary, boosting your IQ isn't about memorizing facts or acing tests. It's about developing habits that nurture your mind, body, and emotions. By embracing challenges, staying curious, practicing deliberately, managing stress, surrounding yourself with positivity, reflecting regularly, and teaching others, you'll unlock untapped potential and achieve greatness. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Choose wisely, and your life will flourish." If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more tips on unlocking your full potential. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, you are the hero of your own story. Now go out there and write your story brilliantly. Finally, as Helen Keller put it, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Believe in yourself, and nothing will hold you back. Until next time, here's a detailed step-by-step guide on how you can change your life so fast and great that it feels illegal in the eyes of people. Now, don't just dream, act on it.